Hi everyone, welcome to Enjoy English. I'm Steven.
大家好，我是 Bernice.
Today's date is October 6th, and for the next 2 days, please refer to pages 14 to 17 under Good Eats.
我们今天要进入到我们常春藤的美食享业的单元哦。
All right, the title is Not Your Usual Dessert, Dubai Chocolate.
哇哦 ，Dubai Chocolate， 最近这个巧克力在这个网络上面掀起了这个非常大的一个反应，有人称之为这个杜拜巧克力啊，是一个与众不同的这一个味蕾飨宴，也是甜点界的这个爱马仕。
Get a bite that is full of Middle Eastern flavors.
它当然是从中东来的咯。所以呢，我们这边讲到 get a bite 就是小小的咬一口，你咬一口呢，就会发觉哇，你嘴巴里面充满着中东风味了。
Sounds good. Let's check it out.
好的。
Not your usual dessert. Dubai chocolate.Many people reach for a bar of chocolate when they want a sweet treat. Chocolate bars come in common flavors such as milk chocolate and dark chocolate. They can include things like nuts, caramel, or nougat inside. In 2021, a new type of chocolate bar went on sale in Dubai, the United Arab Emirates, and has become known as Dubai Chocolate.Sarah Hamouda founded her Dubai chocolate business, Fixed Dessert Chocolatier, in 2021 as a way to earn extra money by making chocolate at home. However, she didn't make typical chocolate flavors like most other brands did. Instead, she was inspired by the flavors she wanted when she was pregnant. Hamouda filled her chocolate bars with unusual things like kanafe, which is a traditional Arabic dessert made with shredded pastry, cheese, and sweet syrup. She mixed the kanafe with pistachio and tahini paste and surrounded the filling with chocolate to create a special flavor. Then her husband came up with a clever name for the new creation. Can't get kanafe of it, which sounds like can't get enough of it. After her chocolate went viral on social media, orders started pouring in. Hamouda and her husband went from making a few bars a day to several hundred daily.
Many people reach for a bar of chocolate when they want a sweet treat.
好，所以大家刚刚看到 Stephen 老师这个动作，reach for， 也就是他原本的有伸手，好，出去把东西拿进来的意思。所以这边的意思呢，就是说，你想要这个东西嘛，你伸手过去拿这个东西，表示这个东西是你要的东西。所以呢，主词呢就是很多人当他呢想要，伸手呢想要试图拿一些这个所谓的巧克力的这个 bar， 我们知道就是长条状的这个东西，就像你要想吃到这个巧克力棒的时候呢，尤其是当那个时候，什么时候呢？就是你特别想要吃甜点的时候。
Right. When we're talking about food that is in a narrow block shape, we say bar, like bar of chocolate. Also, something that's not edible is a bar of gold.
right? 就是我们讲的那个金条了。
Yeah, but it's just I think some people have heard the word bar and they think the place where you drink.
有些是喝酒的那个 pub， 像 pub 里面的那种酒吧啦。
Yeah, but this is bar of chocolate. It's that shape. It's a narrow block. Okay. What is a sweet treat? All right. A treat is something that is enjoyable or something that is special, usually given to somebody that to make them happy.
对，所以 treat 也不一定是指说是吃的啦，就是说，你送给人家一个这个东西，人家觉得很开心的一个东西。
Yes, and then this is being used in the noun form, but it could also be used as a verb, right? Let me treat you to dinner.
这叫请客的意思。
Exactly. Chocolate bars come in common flavors, such as milk chocolate and dark chocolate.
好，那么第二个句子呢，它就在解释这个巧克力有一些不同的我们讲的吃起来的口味啦，所以它这边用到了一个片语叫做 common。 这个 come in 不是说请进，我们知道它原本是叫一个人从外面呢进入到室内里面来。这边的 come in 呢是指商品类有着什么样的一种形态。比如说呢，你可能说our clothes come in different colors and sizes。这时候就是讲我们的衣服有着，我们就不用 have 这样的一个动词。好，所以它这个句子就是说呢，我们的巧克力呢，其实里面呢有一些不同的common 就是常见的，很常见的一些口味，包含呢里面有 milk chocolate 就是我们讲的牛奶口味的啦，还有黑巧克力。
Right. So come in, another way to think about that is are available in. Okay, so chocolate bars are available in common flavors such as milk chocolate and dark chocolate. What's your preference? Do you like milk chocolate?
我喜欢 milk.
Me too. It's a lot sweeter, but it's not as healthy.
Yeah.
Okay. They can include things like nuts, caramel, or nougat inside.
这个呢字呢是比较，等一下我们再请 Stephen 老师来稍微教大家这个字的发音。这个是我们台湾常见的一种甜食啦哈，但是很多同学可能不太会念这个字，因为第一个它的拼音还有它的发音有的时候会对不上。他这边讲的就是说呢，这个巧克力里面呢，除了我们刚刚讲它的口味有牛奶口味的啊，或一般的黑巧克力，里面你也可以加上一些坚果类的，或者是焦糖就比较甜一点啦。还有一种就是我自己也很爱吃的牛轧糖系列。
So that's pronounced nougat. Nougat. Okay. And that's usually a sweet paste, maybe made from honey or sugar.And includes egg whites, and it's hardened to become a texture that is soft and chewy.
对，就是它其实是比较硬一点的，但是你在嚼的时候，它慢慢就会比较软了。
In 2021, a new type of chocolate bar went on sale in Dubai, the United Arab Emirates, and has become known as Dubai chocolate.
好了，那么这最后一个句子呢，就是告诉我们说，这个杜拜巧克力它的来由是发生在什么时间点呢？他说呢是在2021年，就有一种新型的这个巧克力就出现了，所以这边讲到的是 go on sale 这样的一个片语呢，表示它这个商品呢，开始上市了，开始做销售了。那这个地点呢，就在我们熟知的杜拜。那我们也知道呢，杜拜呢就是在这个阿拉伯联合大公国啦。那同时呢，也被称之为杜拜的巧克力。记得我们用 known as 后面是接你以什么样的身份而出名，所以它出名的这个身份就称之为杜拜巧克力。
And the verb tense is present perfect tense, has become known as because it started in the past and up until now.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a short break.
好的。
Sarah Hamoda founded her Dubai chocolate business, Fix Dessert Chocolatier, in 2021 as a way to earn extra money by making chocolate at home.
好，接下来第二段呢，他就来告诉我们，到底这个杜拜巧克力是什么样的一个人把它创造出来这样的一个巧克力呢？这个人呢叫做莎拉哈木达。那他呢其实是在什么时候创造出来的 ？Founded， 这边的原本的样子就是 F-O-U-N-D。我们知道这个 found 原本就是创立、建立的意思，它并不是 found 那个找到那个字啊，所以它本身这个 found 就是一个动词了，加了ED， 我们知道它是过去式嘛，哈，所以它是在2021年，就是那一年呢，他就开始创立出他自己的这个杜拜的巧克力公司，名字呢就称之为这个 Fix Dessert 这样的一个它 Fix 我们知道它这原本就是这个它的名字 ，Dessert 就是一个甜点的意思，所以呢，这个巧克力的公司呢是在2021年由这一个女子所成立的。那她为什么要成立这样的一个巧克力公司呢？它是当做一种方法。什么样的方法呢 ？To 去做什么样的一个方法呢？他想要 earn、make， 他想要赚钱，赚什么样的钱呢 ？Extra money。当他想要多赚一点钱呢，那借由什么样的方式呢？他就自己在家来自制这些巧克力。
Right. Just to point out, make sure you know find, like finding something. The past tense of that is found. But this verb in itself, as Bernice also mentioned, it means to create something. Okay, so this verb by itself in present form is found. Okay, so founded. Okay, so it's a different verb. They just look the same. It might be confusing. Okay, so 找是 find， 它的过去式是 found， 这个是 found as the present tense。去创立一个新的东西，它的过去式要加 ed。Okay， 但是找的那个 find 不要加 ed 哦，不是这样子。All right. And here also, chocolatier, that is a professional that makes chocolate. So that's what that word means, chocolatier. However, she didn't make typical chocolate flavors like most other brands did.
可是他在家里面呢，这个自制巧克力的时候呢，那个时候啊，他并没有怎么样呢，像大部分的人来说，所以他这边讲 however 就是一个转折了，他并没有做出这样的 typical chocolate。这个 typical 我们知道就是像一般的典型我们所吃到的这种巧克力的这个 flavors， 比如说呢，大部分我们所吃到的呢，就是像我们刚刚讲的，可能有巧克力味道、有牛奶口味的这一些，所以他并没有当时在家里并没有做出大部分跟其他的 brand， 我们知道这个 brand 就是其他的巧克力的品牌一样的，好制作一些比较典型我们常见的这种巧克力口味。
Right, and we've been taught many times when we have a contradictory sentence, we start it with however. And a lot of times we see the situation where when you see however, it's contradicting the sentence before it. In this situation, it's actually introducing an idea that might be contradictory, and it's followed by a sentence that clarifies what it's trying to talk about.
没错。
So the sequence is a little different from what we're used to, okay? So that's why the next sentence starts with the word instead, okay? So that's just something to let you all know.
对，老师的意思就是说呢，这边用到这个 however， 一般我们用到 however 是跟前一个句子呢，就是有一点相反的感觉，但是这边的这个 however 呢，其实它是会等一下用下面一个句子来告诉你为什么它形成了一个强烈的对比。
但是还没有这样做哦，反而是 so before after 就是才有那个反而是 okay? So it goes instead, she was inspired by the flavors she wanted when she was pregnant.
对了，所以为什么这一个女子呢，她没有做出来像一般的这个其他品牌一样的这种典型的巧克力口味呢？相反的，所以我们看到这个 instead 通常就是强调两者之间一个对立的一个相对比的相反的状况。所以相反的呢，她呢其实被 inspired， 她当时的灵感是怎么样出来的呢？是被呢她自己所想要的这个口味。可是她自己想要的口味是怎么会有这样的口味呢？是当那个时候，其实呢，她是在怀孕的状态底下，所以她身体里面有一个宝宝了。那有的时候怀孕的妇女，我们知道她们有的时候会口味会有点跟其他的常人会有点不太一样，所以她就在她怀孕的当下，她那时候想要吃的这个口味，她就利用这个灵感来做出她自己的那个巧克力的口味。
Yes, and then in Chinese, I feel like 怀孕了 sounds like a verb, right? But here, pregnant is an adjective. So be pregnant, was pregnant. All right, let's take a short break.
好的。
Hamoda filled her chocolate bars with unusual things like kanafe, which is a traditional Arabic dessert made with shredded pastry, cheese, and sweet syrup.
好，接下来他就讲了，在这一个她本身的怀孕的当下，她想要吃的巧克力到底是一个什么样的口味呢？就在这一段呢，一开头就开始介绍了。她把她的这个巧克力里面呢 filled with， 我们知道 fill 就是指在里面加进去了哈。她在里面加进去一些什么样的东西呢？加了一些 unusual things。所谓的 unusual 就是我们一般不太常见的一些东西，所以就是比较独特的一些东西了。所以哈木达呢，就在他的巧克力块里面呢，加入了一个东西，叫做中文翻成库纳法。什么叫库纳法呢？你看他用逗点后面的 which 这样的一个形容词的一个子句来介绍这样的一个很特殊的一个名词。他说这个东西呢，其实呢是阿拉伯他们很传统的一种甜点。那这个什么样的甜点呢？后面用 made with， 用什么东西用be made with 就是用什么东西所制作出来的。它制作出来的里面的东西呢，第一种有所谓的 shredded pastry，我们知道 pastry 呢就是糕点类的。那什么是 shred 呢？就是把它切成丝的。你想想看，蛋糕，我们很少吃过蛋糕切成丝的吧？所以呢很特别，所以它是切成丝的这种糕点。然后呢，里面再放 cheese。 还有一个呢是加拿大人很爱吃的这个所谓的甜的糖浆所制成的。
Right, and that shredded, it has an ed, 因为它是被弄丝，就剪成丝片。
被切成丝的，对。
Also here, pay attention to that adjective unusual. We could also say strange or weird, but that's something to look out for because kanafe might not be something you're used to, but it's something that a lot of people eat in a particular culture. So if you say things like weird or strange, it could be offensive.
没错，老师讲的 offensive 就是你会让人家觉得有点不太礼貌。
Yes.
因为对于阿拉伯人来讲，这是他们很常见的一种甜点，所以我们不会在这个地方，我们不会把 unusual 翻译成 weird 或者是 strange。
Yes, so unusual is a pretty safe word. If you wanted to be even more like safe about it, you could say with interesting things or with things that you don't usually see, right? So there's other ways to say it, but unusual is quite safe in this context. She mixed the kanafe with pistachio and tahini paste and surrounded the filling with chocolate to create a special flavor.
那这个女生很聪明哦，她就把他们阿拉伯呢常吃的这种传统的这个甜点呢，把它 mix with， 我们知道 mix with 就是把 A 跟 B 两个混在一起了。她把什么东西跟什么东西混在一起呢？就是我们刚刚讲的这个库纳法。它跟呢现在很红的一个坚果类叫做开心果，好了，它就把这两个东西呢混杂在一起，并且呢里面还有一个东西呢叫做芝麻酱。这个芝麻酱很多同学可能会认为说，那老师为什么芝麻我没有看到 sesame 这个字啊？怎么没有芝麻这个字？主要是因为它是中东的芝麻酱。那它的这个芝麻酱呢，跟我们这个台湾或亚洲的这种芝麻酱，我们台湾的或亚洲的芝麻酱呢，就叫 sesame paste， 就是所谓的芝麻酱。我们的味道是比较芝麻口味是比较重的，那他们的是比较没有那么重，所以呢，它用到的是这个比较特殊的字，也叫做芝麻酱。然后并且呢 surrounded， 你要注意它是要用被动式的哈，所以它呢把这个 surrounded， 就是说整个呢外面都包裹着一些 filling 就是里面的内馅。它的里面呢就是有 chocolate， 然后呢并且呢创造出这样的一种很特殊的一种味道。
Right, and that pronunciation of pistachio, even though it has the CH, it's not pistachio, it's more of an S sound, pistachio.
Oh, shio.
Okay, pistachio. And tahini paste, I want to talk about that word paste.
Okay.
A paste is usually a thick and soft, moist substance, and it is made by using dry and liquid combined. So that's what a paste is. So in Chinese, we say like jiang all the time, but jiang could be sauce, right? So paste, the substance is usually thicker.
比较浓厚一点味道。
Exactly. Then her husband came up with a clever name for the new creation. Can't get kanafe of it, which sounds like can't get enough of it.
所以这也是在发音上面玩了一个小小的有趣的一个游戏就对了。然后呢，接着就是他的先生啦，他先生也非常的有创意啦，所以他的先生就想出来了一个 clever 非常聪明的非常这个我们觉得很巧妙啦就是大家觉得很有趣的一个名字。T for 就是为了这个他太太新创出来的这个创作品呢，那原本呢他的这个英文是念成刚才 Stephen 老师这样子念，听起来呢用英文的发音呢就很像，所以 sounds like 就是刚才的那一个句子的发音很像后面的 can't get enough of something， 就是哎呀你觉得好像百吃不腻啊，你觉得怎么样吃都不够啊，好，所以就这个名字就这样出来了。
Right. So when you say you come up with something, that means usually it's an idea that you, like it just comes up to you. Like you'll, 神来一笔，对， you can't get enough, you come up with something, right? And a clever name, another word that we could use is witty, W-I-T-T-Y. Okay, that's
就是
something.
很聪明的、很明智的、很巧妙的。
Exactly. And then when you see here, can't get kanafe of it, because it sounds like can't get enough of it. The first one is capitalized because it's the title of that particular chocolate flavor. So that's why it's capitalized. But that's something to pay attention to when you're writing, but obviously when you're speaking it, it doesn't make a difference. All right, let's take a short break.
好的。
After her chocolate went viral on social media, orders started pouring in.
好啦，所以最后这边这一段呢，他就告诉你呢，就在他的巧克力，你看2021年他创造出这个巧克力公司之后呢，没想到呢，他的巧克力马上就在现在的这个拜科技之赐这些现在的所谓的社群媒体上面呢 ，go viral。我们知道这个 viral 就是从 virus 变来的，像病毒一样，大家都感染到了，所以就是指爆红了。所以就在他的巧克力呢，在这个社群媒体上爆红之后呢，他的这些 orders 就是很多人就开始跟他下订单啦，这个订单呢就开始pour in， 我们知道 pour 这个字就像倒茶一样，所以你想想看，你倒茶的时候，那个水是啪啪啪倾泻而下，所以我们这边指的 pour in 就是指哇，好多的订单蜂拥而至。
Yeah, I always think it's so interesting how the word viral is now used as something positive because like a lot of people, they want to go viral on social media, which means they want to become well known or very famous, but the actual virus of is not something that anybody wants to catch.
Yeah.
It's just interesting how that became, part of our culture, going viral online. Okay. And then just thinking of that mental picture of orders pouring in like water, it just comes in from all corners, all angles. It's so popular that these orders are coming in from everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why they use that verb pour in. Hamoda and her husband went from making a few bars a day to several hundred daily.
好，所以这个句子呢就变成你想想看嘛，你的订单呢从世界各个角落通通都到你家里面来，这时候你就要变得非常之忙碌了。确实你也得到你的 extra money 了，对不对？就是符合了他当时创造这个巧克力公司的这个原意了。所以呢，哈木达呢就跟她的老公呢原本这边有看到一个片语叫 from to， 就是从什么到什么。他们原本呢每天呢制作这个巧克力 bar 呢只要 a few， 只要一些啦。当然他没有讲出明确的数量，就是我们可能觉得没有非常多，就是可能每天呢本来只要制作几块的这个巧克力块，一天一直到怎么样 several hundred， 记得这个 hundred 不能加 s，我们什么时候会把这个单位词加 s？ 我们单独使用单位词，比如说好几百人，这时候我们用 hundreds of people。可是如果你在单位词的前面如果有加上数字，比如说你要讲200元，你要讲$200，你不能 200s， 所以记得你的单位词前面有数字的时候，单位词不要加 s 了。所以你这边有 several， 所以呢 hundred 还是维持单数，所以这边就是好几百块，后面其实省略了 chocolate bars， 你做了好几百块的这个巧克力块，然后是 daily 就是 every day， 每天。
Perfectly said.
Thank you.
Tomorrow we're going to learn more about Dubai chocolate, so hope to see you then.
Bye.